This is the question asked in Airbnb interview, and the difficulty level is medium. This question was about ranking most active guests, right? So the customer who was most active was supposed to have the rank number one. Now, how do we identify that which customer is most active? For that, let's read the question. Here it says rank guests based on the number of messages, right? So based on number of messages, we have to do the ranking. They have those messages which they have exchanged with the host. All right, next says guest with the same number of messages. There is quite possibility that customer A and customer B, both of them have exchanged the number of messages 20 with the host, right? So in that case you have to give them same rank, as other guests should have same rank. Do not skip ranking if the preceding ranking are identical, right? So we don't have to do skipping on any of the ranking. We don't need to skip any of the ranking. I'll explain you all in detail. Output the rank, guest id, and number of total messages they have sent. So in output they are expecting these three things only: rank, what is the rank that you are giving, guest id, and the number of messages they have exchanged. Okay, now let's have a quick look on the data. In the data, what you see over here, I have exported this data in Excel. Let me show you directly. If you want to export that in Excel, what you can do is you just remove this head and simply run this script. You gotta run this script. Once this is executed, then you can copy paste that in Excel. So once this is executed, you just click on this, view the output in separate window, and over here you would get the data something like this. All that you need to do is select this all till the end, come in Excel and paste it over here. Right, so here I have already done this. Now if you see in id guess, there is quite possibility that the customer is repeated. For example, this one, let me show you the repeated customers once. So here you see this 4601 ending with 4601, it is repeated twice. Now the total number of messages which this particular customer has exchanged is this plus this. I think I'm right. 4, yes, 13 messages they have exchanged. So the first thing which we need to do is we need to calculate total number of messages exchanged by each of the guests, and for that what you can do is you can do the aggregation using pivot table. Let's just start with that. I'll go to the pandas over here, and right over here what I'm going to do is ab dot pivot table, and into that I'm going to say index equals to id guest. So when I am taking this summary, I want to take total number of messages by each of the guests. So in index I will put guest id. Okay, and then here comes in this parameter we need to supply that column name on which we want to perform the calculation. So that is n messages. Okay, then the function which we want to perform, so we want to do the sum, right? So here we got that. Now there is one more thing which we need to do is, let's say, reset index. Here we got that. Next, let's put this in a, let me try if it can be sorted here itself. No, it cannot be sorted over here, because we would require to store it in a value. Okay, or let's just try sort values, and here say by n messages. Let's just see if this works. Ascending equals to false, let's call it equals to false, just to keep the highest one at the top. Looks like there is some spelling error. Yeah, we got this. This is super, right? So now you can see this particular customer id has done the maximum, this too has done the maximum number of exchanges. Now let me just store this in a separate data frame called ab underscore agg, which is nothing but Airbnb aggregated. So I just hope that it was clear to you. Okay, so what we did is till this point it was a pivot, then here we did the reset index, and here we are simply sorting it by n message, that too in descending order. All right, let's move forward, and into this next thing which we need to do is we need to create the rankings. So before we start with creating the ranks, there are, okay, let me show it to you first. Then HG dot, I'm going to say rank, and let's just see what happens. Okay, let me do one thing. AB underscore HG, here it is, and into that let me say rank, and over here AB underscore HG, and I want to use n underscore messages to do the ranking, and let's just see that over here I will print this. All right, so what you see over here is the customer which has maximum number of messages, it is giving the last rank. But in our problem statement, it said the one who has maximum number of messages should have the highest ranking. You see, guest with the, here it says message they have exchanged with the host. Guests with the same number of messages as other guests should have the same rank. Do not escape, and it should be in descending order. The guests based on the number of messages they have exchanged with the host. Guests with the same number of messages as the other should have this. Do not skip ranking with the output this. Order by highest number of total messages first, right? So we have to sort it. So for example, if you see what is the expected output, so over here you see this particular customer has 20 messages, and thus he gets ranking number 1. So that's something which we have to do, and for that again over here in the rank you need to say ascending equals to false. So when you do so, then the customer who has maximum number of messages, that will get the rank number 1. You see over here it is getting rank number 1.5. Now I will tell you, so here it says 1.5, that does not make much sense. So there are different methods for the ranking. So if you see over here, what you need to do is just come into the function and press shift tab, and then you get this kind of pop-up, and into that if you scroll down you will see all the possible methods which are accepted over here. You see over here, these all are the methods. Now I'm going to explain you briefly what all the this means, right? So let me take you over here. So the first method is called first. Okay, so when you do the first this kind of, when you choose this method, what's gonna happen is it will give the ranking like serial number, the way you say 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So that way it does the ranking. It's very simple. Okay, but it will not be fair because you see both of these two customers have 20 messages, and to first customer you are saying rank number 1, and to the second one you are saying number 2. That doesn't make sense. So to solve this, Pandas does the default ranking using average or mean. How it works is, so all those customers who have same number of messages, so it will give the normal ranking first, which means first ranking. So you see to the first customer it says 1, then to the second customer it says ranking 2, and it will find the average of both of these two, right? So how it works is, over here it will say, so let's say sum, you are taking sum of both of these two, which is 3. Now 3, there were 2 customers with this ranking, so 1.5. So in average it will have ranking 1.5. so that's what you get over here. You see over here, I'll just take this and I'll put it right over here. Average, this is the average ranking. Okay, so I just hope that it was clear. So it gives 1.1 to both of the customer who has same number of messages. Then it comes mean. In mean what happens is, let's say it first finds the average ranking. Okay, average ranking. And then into this you see over here 1.5, so it will round it up to the lowest part. So 1.5, when it goes by ranking using mean method, min, right, so it will give ranking 1 to this also and to this also, right? So this is how it will work. If you go by max, it will say 2, because 1.5, after 1.5 this is what comes, right? 2. So that's how it works. So for ranking mean, this is how it will take. Let me just take it from here and I'll just put it right over here. Now you see over here, but the problem is to both of these two customer, it has given ranking 1, and when it jumps to the second customer who has the second highest number of messages, it skips the ranking by 1. You see over here, it gave 1 to both of these two, and when moved to next one it says 3. So that's the problem. When you do in max, what it will do is, let me take this over here. Like I said, it will calculate the mean of using this thing, right, 1.5, and then it will take the max of that. Okay, maximum limit. So for example, let me take this over here and put it over here. So here it is taking the average mean, average ranking, and maximum of 1.5, maximum yani upper rounding will be 2. So that's what it is putting 2, and again it skips the ranking by 1, where here it comes 4. Now comes the dense ranking. That is the phenomenal thing. Okay, how it works is, it will take both of these two value, right, and it will give them the same ranking. Okay, so for example, starts from 1 and here it should be 2, but it will give the same ranking to this also, and when it moves to the next value, it doesn't skips any value, it will simply say 2. Again here also it says 2, right, and then when it moves to the second one, then it will say 3, and till the point it gets the same number, it will keep on saying 3. So the point which you should note is, here it is not skipping any value, it is working like mean, but it is not skipping when moves to the next value, right? So I just hope that it was clear to you. Let's just come back, and what is needed in this example is the dense one only. You see over here 1 1 2 2 3, right, because here it clearly says that it should not do not skip ranking if the preceding ranking are identical. So I just hope that it was clear. Now all that you need to do is say method equals to dense, and here you go. And you see this gets 1 2 3 4 5 etc. Now if you want, you can take the heading for 10 and you see the data. You see over here, right? So this is exactly what you have over here. You have over here the ID ending with 227D, right over here it has 20 SMSs and rank number 1. 847, here it has 20 SMSs and rank number 1. Same goes over here. So I just hope that it was clear to you. It's a very simple very simple thing. If you want to learn or understand the ranking thing in very detail, that I have explained from the perspective of SAS, but I have also explained the concept. I'll put the link into the description section, just check it out. And even if you would like me to explain the different ranking methods particularly, do let me know into the comment section. I'll definitely try to solve that for you and make a separate video. Thank you once again for watching this. Give a thumbs up if you liked it, share it with your friend and subscribe it for our motivation. Thanks once again.